Guys, I'm scared. I'm scared because I'm in the South and I was trying to get some stuff and I was too afraid to go out because I kept on getting scared out when I went to the gas station to get something to eat. And people were commenting about how tall I was and they were like, I think that's a man. And I got scared. They're killing so many of us and I just don't want to die. I'm just so scared. So I had to pull over. Oh God, I just can't do this anymore. It's not fair. I deserve to be able to live and be free. Oh God. Good morning. Can I just take this moment to tell you guys how truly blessed I feel in life? Yesterday was a hard day for me, and it took everything in me to remain positive. I'm telling you, yesterday I was faking it until I was making it because I was not having a good day, okay? I've been toying with this idea. I've been going back and forth, and I'm like, you know what? You know what this video is going to look like. It is going to look like you feel the need to explain yourself about a video that you posted. But then I woke up this morning and saw that you guys are probably wondering what I'm talking about. I know I'm getting into something real quick and I haven't even explained. For you who do not know, I posted a video on TikTok yesterday. I was experiencing like almost like a breakdown, like I don't know if it was an anxiety attack, but I was just feeling so like I was gonna break into like a million pieces. That's the only type of way I can explain it. Like, honestly, I felt like I was going to like rip it to 1,000 pieces, honestly. I need to calm down. Sometimes I feel that feeling. It feels like a buildup, like in my chest, and I feel like I'm gonna explode because I have like all of this stuff going on right now in my life, and I don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I'm so sorry. You know how when you brush your teeth and you don't eat anything, so your breath just has like that, like it's past minty, so now it's just you're tasting your own saliva, and it's not that it tastes bad, but you're just like, okay, I need to change the taste in my mouth, so I'm gonna chew a piece of sugar-free gum. It's pineapple flavor, if you guys are interested. So back to what I was talking about. You know what, honestly, guys, let's have a moment to keep it real, because I call myself the House of Realness, okay? I don't know if you guys know. If you haven't, follow me on TikTok. It's totally transparent, underscore in between, 2 T's at the end. I call my followers there, my people. I don't even like to call them followers. They're my House of Realness. They're my children of the House of Realness. Like, and I'm going to show you how real it is right now. So besides me, like, literally using water, gargling my mouth, telling you what I was doing, I literally, look at this. I have y'all propped up on a red Huarache. I got my shoes there and my purse there because it's a part of the story. It don't get no realer than this, right? I know this is going to sound crazy, but I want to get real personal with you guys in this video, because I need y'all to understand that when y'all watch these videos, this is a person, I know that I still don't understand. And if y'all still are confused about what I'm talking about, on my TikTok, I posted a video yesterday going through something that I was experiencing. Like, I'll explain the story later on in this video, but I want to give y'all a full history so y'all can understand. You know what I mean? Like, I know that if you're If you're going to see this video, I know that you guys are going to want to know everything. And I'm being honest with you guys, and I'm going to share the truth and everything with you. So I have red Huaraches. Why I'm proud of these sneakers is because I've always been living paycheck to paycheck. And this is not a sob story. This is just a backstory. So let's get this straight, okay? So I never really had money to buy like sneakers. Like sneakers are really expensive, especially like name brands. I've never owned a pair of Jordans. I mean, I don't care. I don't really wear, I'm not a sneakerhead. I don't wear sneakers. No offense to the sneakerheads. Y'all probably gonna see this shoe and be like, whoa, this shoe is crazy. Like, yo, she destroyed them. But I'm gonna tell y'all that this shoe has so much meaning to me. I bought this shoe. This was the first sneaker I ever physically bought. Besides, I wear heels. I'm such a heel girl. Like when you ask me about my heels, I have some heels in my sister's house. I got some heels in my truck. I have some heels in my friend's car. I got heels everywhere because I'm obsessed with heels, and I am such a bargain queen. And I'm going to show y'all the pair of heels that I was wearing in this TikTok video that you guys didn't get to see, and the whole backstory about that video, because there's a lot of controversy. People are saying, oh, there wasn't any tears. Guys, y'all seeing the aftermath. TikTok only takes one video of a situation, and this is why I'm doing this video, so y'all can understand the whole backstory. Before y'all gonna talk and make an assumption about anything, like, just hear me out, you know? Just hear me out. You could stop scrolling through TikTok. You could stop scrolling through Netflix. Those things can work on pause. Like, you could give me a couple of minutes of your time. I deserve that, okay? So, I have these sneakers. You know what? I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to like go off on you. That's the defensive side of me. Like, I've been through some shit, you know? And it's like sometimes you get angry because you feel like, why can't y'all just respect me for me? Like, just let me be. I'm not bothering anybody. I don't wish harm or ill to anybody. I can't carry that sort of energy in me. You know how exhausting that is to just carry hate in your heart all day? I'm so free from that. I don't have to worry about that. Like when, you know, yes, moments are hard and they're tough for me and I'm scared, and I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here in front of you and tell you that everything is sunshine and rainbows, because it's not. It's not. That's not the world we live in, and I'm sorry that is. But you want to know something? Every single day I wake up and I am so grateful to be alive, period. Okay? I have another day to go out and look at the trees and look at my favorite trees and remember that when I see a tree, it grew from a little sapling, and it took decades. It took decades to become a full-grown tree, and it's still growing. So when I compare my life and my problems in comparison to how long it took a tree to be a tree, then you know what? I'm truly blessed because I am still a baby. I am still a baby, and I have so much room to grow. And I am so grateful that I wake up every single day and have the opportunity to do so. Okay? But we don't live in a world where you can be so free. And I know that it's not something that people like to talk about, but it's the reality. And I'm just sharing my truth, period. So these sneakers, the first sneakers I ever bought, and why I chose red, why I wanted these red Huaraches was because Jordan came out with a red sneaker for Valentine's where it was all red. And I really, really wanted those sneakers. And I was working as a waitress at the time, and I wasn't making that much money because, you know, when you're working as a waitress, working off the kindness of others, people don't understand. You make $2.13 an hour. And best believe the company that you work for, no matter what restaurant, they are going to try to find a way to make sure you do not get anything extra. They want to make sure that your check says this is not a check, non-negotiable. I have receipts, baby. That's how it is to be a waitress. So you're solely working off of the kindness of others. And sometimes people are not kind. They feel entitled. So you're not making that much money as a waitress. But I worked really hard, and I was working at 3 restaurants at the time because I really wanted those Jordans and I couldn't get my hands on them. You know, I never even put my foot in a Jordan. I don't even know what size I would even wear in a Jordan, but I know that it's stupid. It's just a sneaker, but I wanted those sneakers because I've never bought myself a pair of sneakers. I really wanted to buy that. That meant something to me. But then I saw these Huaraches and they were all red. And I was like, I don't even know what my size is. And I had to try like 3 different sizes. And they only had them in men's size. And I was like, Okay, that's a little triggering. I know it's like the little cheesy stuff in me, but whatever. I don't even care no more. So these sneakers fit me like a glove, like a glove. They are the perfect fit. And they are a US 8.5. And these are my Huaraches. I know they've been through some stuff, and I have y'all propped up on the other Huarache. But you know how Dorothy wears red slippers the whole time in the movie of Oz because she's trying to go home, and the whole time she had the power to go home herself? I know that this is cheesy, but the red sneaker, I never really had a stable home growing up. I've always been floating. I feel like I've just been surviving, you know, living from place to place, not knowing, you know, what home is. And, you know, the red shoe symbolized to me that as long as I had these, I always had the power to go home. And I realize now that home is really within yourself. Because sometimes you grow up in homes that, like, you don't fit in and you can't, and they don't understand, and it's okay. It doesn't make them bad people. You're just too special to live in that home, so you gotta make your own home. And that's what these red sneakers be to me. So that's why I took the time I took to talk about these sneakers, because a lot of the time I've had to wear these sneakers. Even though I love heels, I am 5'8". You know, I'm 5'8", and I love heels. I know I keep saying it, but yesterday I posted a video on TikTok where I went to a gas station to get something to eat, and I wore this skirt. I have it on my TikTok video where I was showing my outfit of the day. I wore this skirt that was like an Indian inspired skirt that I got at City Trends years ago, and it still had the tag on it, and it was $5 or $5 or $7. And I had a crop top, a black tube top. It's not a crop top, it's a tube top. Let me correct that. It was a black tube top that I got, and that was $3.99. So like, and it still had the tag, but I never wore it because I never felt confident enough to wear it because I'm curvy and I have like a belly, you know. So I put it on yesterday. I was brave enough, and I put on some red lipstick because a friend of mine's that I haven't spoken to in a long time saw that I was going through something, and they sent me a red lipstick from Jeffree Star, Red Rum. And I love this lipstick, and I love Rihanna Stunner lipstick, but I didn't have any more of that, and I only wear red lip. So I was excited to get it. So I wore this red lipstick, and I did a cat eye, and I did my hair in curls, and I put on the skirt and the tube top and and I put on these heels. And these heels I've had, and it's just like a normal heel, and I know that they're tall, so I'm 5'8", and it makes me taller. I had on these shoes, and it made me tall. Yes, I will admit, if you go look at the video, it did make me tall. But so I went to the Spanx gas station, and I'm showing you this heel to show you what I was wearing. I went to the Spanx gas station, and I was trying to get something to eat because everybody talks about like the food there because they make it fresh. And if you live in the South, you know that a lot of the times things close early and gas stations stay open late. So that's really where you go eat. That's like the culture here. So I was hungry. It was early. And I'm going to be honest, I want a strawberry frosted pink donut from the gas station. So that's what I was going there to get. So I'm in there, and I'm in line, and I'm taller than everybody else. And you got to understand, I do not look like the average girl here. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there's different races here, and I just look a little different. So you see the kinky curly hair, you see the freckles, then you see a bright red lip and a cat eye. And then I was wearing these lashes that my sister gave me that she got from the dollar store. And this is the first time I'm wearing lashes. So I felt like I was feeling myself. I was feeling my oats. I was like, okay, you're looking cute. You're looking stylish. I love it. I love it. This is different. You're embracing your body finally. And I'm going to be honest, like, Rihanna's such an inspiration to me because when I finally was able to see the Savage Fenty show that she did, I saw so many different bodies. And honestly, that was the first time that I was like, wow, this is like real. This is monumental. Like, and it made me feel so inspired. Like, I love, my favorite product that Rihanna has ever made for her makeup line is her cosmetics line. Let me correct that. Is the Fairy Balm. It's my favorite product, like, honestly. But enough about that. I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about that later if you're really curious about that. But so I was in line and there was these two guys, right? These two guys. I'm not, you know, it doesn't matter the race, it doesn't matter anything. I know that this video is already gonna upset people, and I don't wanna push any more buttons. I'm just gonna go ahead and just, it doesn't matter. There was these two men, and they were behind me, and they were like, yo, she's pretty tall. And I'm like, okay. So I felt like that chill up my spine, and it made me like sit upright. And I was still waiting in line, and I was just like, okay, just relax. They were like, why would I be worried that they're saying that I'm tall here in the South? Like, my gender has come into question so many times working here. I've worked at jobs where, because I was a single woman who had no children, they assumed that I was either, and this is not to say trigger words, a lesbian, or that I was what they called a he/she. This has happened to me in my jobs with coworkers, okay? I need y'all to understand that this has happened to me. I have worked in a place where literally they had a whole Facebook group conversation where all the cooks made a bet for $100, okay? To see who could try to have sex with me so they could know if I was a man or a woman. But that's the truth that nobody wants to talk about. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what I've experienced here in the South. So when anything about anything that stands out gets questioned, I look at that as a red alert. The danger feeling in your body, I go with my gut feeling. And I was right. As I was still standing there, because the line was long, because it was in the daytime, and that's where the construction workers go to get their breakfast. So I knew going in there, I was going to have to wait in line for a while. Okay? I know the schedule, but that day I was feeling myself, and I said, you know what? I shouldn't have to worry about what time I'm going to a store. I have just as much right to wait online to go to this, to purchase my stuff. It's not fair. Why do I have to think about people's ignorance before I step outside of the door? It's not fair. So they were like, yeah, she kind of got broad shoulders. I bet you she got something tucked away under that skirt. And they started laughing. But it was the disgust in their voice. You see? I can only tell you what I was experiencing. I can only tell you the story that I went through. I can only tell you the stories that I went through. Like, I can only tell you these stories. It's up to you whether to see, and I don't even care at this point because I don't have to prove anything to anything. But you want to know something? I feel like it needs to be said. No one talks about it anymore. You know? I've been followed home. I shared a story here on YouTube where I was followed by 3 men, and I had to drive to a police station because they called me out as a man in Walmart. Like, you got to be careful nowadays. Anything that makes you stand out, they're going to question it. I've been questioned about me not having hips. my shoulders, how tall I am. Like, when you're living here, in order to live safely, you have to make sure that you're always on, that you're always on point, that you gotta look as natural as possible, and you can't do too much because that's gonna make you stick out, and then that's gonna make them look at your features more, and that's gonna make them question what you are, you know? But that's the stuff that I have to think about every time I walk out of the door. Hey, Michelle, I know you want to wear that red lipstick, but maybe that's going to be too much. It's going to draw attention to your face, and people are going to start to look at you more, and then they're going to start to look at you, your body and everything else, and then they're going to question it. It always happens to me. I get stares every time I walk outside this door, and sometimes I feel sad that I can't wear what I want to wear because I have to worry about what somebody is going to say, or if they're going to question my gender. It's crazy. But that's what I go through. And as I was walking out, they stood there. I was getting in my car. They stood there and just looked at me. What was I supposed to think? I was scared. You know? I look back at it and I'm like, a part of me feels angry because I'm like, I should have stood my ground. Why did I run? Why did I feel so afraid? You know? I guess for the first time in my life, I'm so grateful to be alive. I really truly understand what that is, and I have so many goals and dreams that I want to achieve, and I don't want to lose that. You know? I know that putting myself out there and sharing my life is putting me at risk, you know? I get a lot of love, but if you look at some of the comments, I also get a lot of hate. And I wonder every time I see those hate comments, is that somebody who hates me enough to harm me? I'm going to be honest. I spoke about Rihanna's Fairy Bomb. If you don't know what that product is, I encourage you guys to look it up. It's a glittery puff ball. And I remember getting it as a gift for my birthday. The whole set. Like when she came out with the body lavas, the body brush, and the Fairy Bomb, and the Stunner lipstick. That's what I got for my birthday from a friend of mine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was the best gift of my life. That was so nice of him. I remember the Fairy Bomb, and I remember putting the glitter, and it has like a rosé, like a rose gold glitter. And I used to try to date and going out on dates as a woman, and I'm not trying to spark whatever debate about it, but I've experienced where men get very handsy, right? So what I started doing was I started wearing the Fairy Bomb real heavy, like real heavy all over my body. And I used to make my body all glittery, and I used to love it because it was glitterily everything. It was glitterally everything, okay? And I started wearing that like as my superpower. When I would go on these dates and these guys would get handsy and they would like grab the inner of my thighs or here or my chest or whatever, I used to put it literally all over. And it still comes out with a lot of glitter. So that's a testament that that's a good product, Riri. I love you for that. They would have glitter all over their hands because I was mix it in with the body lava. So I wanted to make sure. And I used to use the brown body lava, and it gave me like a golden glow, real sexy. They would have glitter all over their hands. So whenever they would wipe it on themselves or anything, or they'd be like, damn, all this glitter. Yes. To teach you a lesson that when you lay hands on me, I am something precious. I am gold, baby. And I'm going to leave you with that touch. And no matter how much you try to wash me off, I'm still going to be there. Don't ever think that you can do that to me. That's not fair. Like, come on. That's not fair. Period. That's not fair. So, as much as I love these shoes, I can't wear them. I can't wear anything that really makes me stick out. Be honest with you. I'm not trying to do the most. I guess when I wear these outfits, you know, I grew up in a house that I knew didn't understand me, and I knew that at a very early age because I think they knew my femininity. They saw it. I used to get reprimanded by my siblings. I used to get my ass beat for being girly, for being too girly. I've had to explain black eyes and make up lies. But that was life. There was trips where I should have gone to the hospital, but I didn't go to the hospital because, you know, if you go to the hospital, that involves the police, and then Child Protective Services come, and then it becomes a thing. But, you know, you're a child. What do? You can't say anything. You just exist. But you want to know something? Those battle wounds, yo, they're like badges now. They're badges. Because, like, I really realized that, like, I'm built for this. I'm built for this, you know? I'm a fighter. I could do this, you know? And yes, it gets hard, but I could do this. I could do this. I could make a change. I could make all my dreams come true. I just have to believe in myself enough, and I have to stop explaining myself to others, and I just have to realize that I have the right to live. You know, and I want to tell anybody in this video that if you ever feel like you're in a moment in your life where you feel like, damn, like enough is enough, like it's hard, okay, like give me a break. I need you to know that, like, yo, those scars that you're getting right now, they're gonna become badges, and you're gonna be so strong, and you're gonna be able to do anything. You're gonna be able to go after anything, and nothing is going to stop you. So don't be too hard on yourself, because it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. And that's why yesterday I really made it. I really tried, and I really tried to be positive after the situation, to show that wasn't gonna break me. I was really scared. But, like, nothing is gonna stop me, period. I'm gonna meet Rihanna. We're gonna collaborate on makeup. I'm gonna be a Fenty girl. We're gonna do a shoe for her clothing line. Like, I'm gonna collaborate with Lizzo. Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna freaking do it, okay? You guys are gonna watch me do it, okay? Everybody. Because I deserve it, and I deserve to live, like, period. Okay. So that's the true story. The real. If you made it this far to the video, thank you. Leave a little star emoji, because we're all stars in our own life. Don't let anybody tell you different. We're all freaking stars, period. And watch me shine like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond, all right? Period. Yo, have a fucking blessed day. Like, yo, seriously. Have a blessed day.